All right, Shalom. Call all you how about Shem Shah. Shalom to the left. Now, before I get into this lesson, I just want to read this. And basically, hey, this is exactly what I can get to see around the world right now. Now, it's in the book of Psalms, chapter 92. I'm going to start at verse 1. Let's say a song for the Shabbat. It says, "It is a good thing to give thanks unto the Lord, and to sing praises unto thy name, O Yahweh, to show forth thy loving kindness in the morning, and thy faithfulness every night, upon an instrument of 10 strings, upon a psaltery, upon the harp with a solemn sound. For thou, Yahweh, hast made me glad. Through thy work I will triumph in thy work, in the works of thy hands. O Yahweh, how great are thy works, and thy thoughts are very deep. A brutish man knoweth not, neither doth a fool understand this." Hey, if you come around people and you try to bring this up, and they can't understand it, that's because they're a fool and they're brutish. It says, verse 7 says, "When the wicked spring as the grass, and when all the workers of iniquity do flourish, it is that they should be destroyed forever." It says, "But thou, Yahweh, art most high forevermore. For lo, thy enemies, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies shall perish, all the workers of iniquity shall be scattered. With my horns shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn. I shall be anointed with fresh oil. My eye also shall see my desire on my enemies, and my ears shall hear my desire of the wicked, and rise up against me. The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree, it shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon. Those that be planted in the house of the Lord Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of our power. They shall bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourishing. To shew that the Lord Yahweh is upright, he is my rock. There is no unrighteousness in him." And right now, we're getting to see the judgment on our enemies, man. And this video right here, it goes into talking about how they putting down these different little monuments. You got the Redskins changing the damn name. And the scriptures that talk about how people being called bywords and proverbs. Now let me get that real quick. Let me find this real quick. I don't know why they popping up right away. Alright, so like it's gonna take a little bit longer. It's early. I was just got off the plantation, but let me bring this stuff out while I'm up. This video right here, I'm gonna let it play just a little bit. I'm gonna go into the scripture.
Cole, he's my miracle child.
this Washington Redskins controversy, bowing to corporate sponsors, as they say. Rick Sanchez, host of News with Rick Sanchez. So, Rick, it appears Dan Snyder didn't have a change of heart because he has some sort of a conscience, but rather it was because they hit him in the pocketbook.
Yeah, in fact, let me take you through the derivation of this. In fact, to look at the derivation of what got Dan Snyder here, we should probably look at the derivation of the word itself. I'm going to take you back. Are you ready? Let's go back in time, as they say. 1769. It was a Native American chief who met up with an English lieutenant at the time. First time that word was ever uttered, the word redskin. He speaks to the lieutenant and says, "Talk to us. If any redskin do you harm." This is again the chief talking to the lieutenant, the English lieutenant. He says, "If so, I will defend you." So the first derivation of the word apparently was someone who was a Native American using the term. Whether he got it from the other side, who knows. 1863, and this is the one that...
Hey, and see, that's Esau with their bullshit. They ain't get that from no damn other side. First of all, they wasn't red. Esau was fucking red. When you look at the tribes back then, it was brown skin. Some of them was dark brown. Yeah, some of them was a little light brown, or ruddy, so to speak. Overall, they was brown, man. Went under that red shit. Now, who was red? Let me pull this up. Who the fuck was red? That had the real red skin. Who in the fuck had the real fucking red skin? Oh, Timmy boy. That's who had the real fucking red skin. The Indians, the tribe of Gad and Reuben, they ain't had no red skin, man. Now they feel guilty and they want to change the name. But let me get the scripture in the book of Deuteronomy, because this is our prophecy and they try to hide from it now. But it's too late because it's information now. It says in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37, "And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee." So wherever we was at, they call us niggas, they call us, call people wetbacks, spicks, redskins, whatever little term they come up with, that was part of the curses. For going against Yahweh, ultimately going against Yahweh. Because right here it has the title that says the curses of disobedience. And I'm gonna read out the verse 36. Just for a little bit more edification. Now it says, "The Lord shall bring thee and thy kingdom which thou shalt set over thee into a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone." That's how people do. Serving other deities, serving objects. All type of madness, man. And that's going on still to this day, but you got people waking up and snapping out of that bullshit. I'm gonna let this play just a little bit longer. I ain't want to make this too long.
It really creates ire in many people in the Native American community. This is Minnesota, 1863. A bounty was set for any dead redskin. Bring us a dead redskin, word redskin, and we will pay you $200. Was the official price put on the head of any of these redskins, as they were called back then. 1933, the Boston Braves, a football team, decides to change its name to the Boston Redskins. That team, the Boston Redskins, the Boston Redskins, then moves to Washington 3 years later. I think that was about 1936, and officially becomes the Washington Redskins. And here's now the one that really addresses your point, Manila. Are you ready? 2013, Dan Snyder utters the following words: "We will never change our name. Never, never, never." He goes on to say, quote, "Put that in caps." Well, guess what? He's changing the name, Manila.
Well, he's changing the tune because Rick, money talks. But where do you suppose this leaves all the other pro sports teams that have, you know, Native American symbols, groups like the Atlanta Braves, or what about college teams like your home state, Florida State Seminoles?
Right, yeah. No, there's a real question about how far this is going to go. But there's also a question here, I think, about what this really represents. I mean, look, I think if you were to ask most Native Americans, what they would say is, I'll tell you what, keep the name Redskin and give us back our dignity, give us back our pride, somehow give us back many of the things that this country took from our people, because that would be more important. You know, they've recently done some polling on this, and more often than not, they have found the majority of Native Americans say they don't care. They really just don't care. It's not that big a deal for them. Of course, that's not to minimize those who do, and you and I...
See, that's Esau, that bullshit once again. Now, I'm going to read this and I'm going to go to another video. It's in the book of Psalm, chapter 44, verse 13. It says, "You have made us a reproach to our neighbors, a mockery and derision to those around us." And that's why they mock us and talk shit and say all type of little nonsense. And you got this guy, fucking Rick Sanchez, which he could be from one of the northern tribes or whatever, but he up there hanging around Esau and shit, so he ain't really gonna speak with too much sense on this topic like that. Because some of them people, they could be his forefathers. You can go back to Gad or Reuben or Asher, one of them tribes. What you talking about? They don't really care. Yes, the fuck they do care, but see, Gad and Reuben, they've been beaten down so much. They don't war so much with Esau. A lot of them to be on the reservations, though they call them the res. They should be like, fuck it. They be getting fucked up, getting drunk, doing drugs, doing whatever. The women, they be fucking off with Esau, doing all type of wild shit and having tears with them. So they just feel defeated. So yes, a lot of them do be like, fuck it, but you have the ones that be like, hey, we ain't standing for this shit. And mainly Reuben, which I got some family members in my family that actually go back to the Reubenites, which we would call the Seminoles. And they put up with Esau bullshit. They was always ready to go at it with him. They fight tooth and nail. You know, let me go to another video real quick. I just want to go in on how we're actually witnessing the downfall of Esau, and how they're being exposed, and how these scriptures actually pinpoint who is who and exactly what they're doing.
Quarters of RT America in our nation's capital. This is the news with Rick Sanchez.
And hi again, everybody. I'm Rick Sanchez, and I want to welcome our audience around the world, including those of you who are watching us on your phone using the portable TV app. First, this. Take a look at this picture. Seen in some time. It's an explosion, a blast that has ripped through the capital of Lebanon. It happened earlier today. This blast has reportedly caused multiple injuries. We're told that they expect those numbers are going to increase. The cause, it's being blamed on a ship carrying fireworks that exploded while docked at the port there, but there's a conflicting report now. Fred.
Hey, and Esau full of shit. Ain't no fucking fireworks doing all that. But I brought that out on another video with them using the direct energy weapons. No, that's if I ain't gonna bring that out on this video. You go check out one of my previous videos for that. And the information is there. Go look up direct energy weapons and stuff. And it goes into exactly what they do and what they use it for. But anyway, let me go into this bank stuff. I just want to pull a scripture and I'm gonna let this play. Cause hey, this is hard to do, man. And I've been going to a lot of these stores. Now we want to get on cash back. They be talking about the change or line of change. Certain little stuff like that, man. That's just how they do. People be talking about, I be listening to people too, and they so bugged out, they don't even see what the fuck going on. They don't even see that the Most High is actually bringing these damn demons down for us. He making them self-destruct. That's basically what he's doing, making them self-destruct, because they set up this system which is basically a pit. Like the scripture say, those who dig a pit, the same should fall therein. So they dig that pit, they can fall in that shit too, and that's what they're doing. But I'm gonna get that scripture in a minute too, but hold on. It's in the book of Jeremiah. I'm gonna start at chapter 51 and verse 7. It said, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken from wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, and so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone to his own country, for her judgment reaches into the heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. And I've been talking to people that's like foreign and for cross seas and different little stuff like that. And a lot of people, they get ready to get the fuck out of here. Some of them are doing it now as we speak. Packing their stuff up, moving back across seas. Whether they be from Syria, but a lot of them Lebanese people, they just moving up to Boston. But they ain't finna go back to Lebanon. But a lot of people going back down to the islands if they can. Going back to Italy or Ireland, up to Canada, all these different little places, because they know this place is wicked as fuck. And the stuff that they promote, wicked as fuck, and it's gonna reach up to the Most High. The Most High get ready to judge this place, man. You can see it happen bit by bit. Each week is something different, if you've been paying attention. Now, what's gonna happen is, which I was gonna break down in another video, but I'm gonna just add it on with this one.